Mel's Hole, a mysterious and seemingly bottomless pit in eastern Washington, has fascinated local scientists and paranormal enthusiasts. Discovered by Mel Waters, the hole's strange properties, including an infinite depth and eerie occurrences, have baffled many. The hole, located in the Mel property west of Ellensburg, became a dumping ground yet never filled. Mel's experiments, including lowering over 88,000 feet of fishing line and observing strange phenomena like radio malfunctions and disappearing animals, fueled rumors of paranormal activity. After Mel shared his story on a radio show, the military intervened, restricting access to the site. Theories about the HS origins range from a portal to another dimension to a remnant of an ancient civilization. Despite government secrecy, paranormal speculation, and scientific inquiry, the true nature of Mel's Hole remains unsolved, continuing to intrigue those who hear its story. Mel was offered $3 million a year to let someone use his land with the condition he couldn't talk about it, leave the US, and never return. He agreed and moved to Australia for 2 years, but missed his family. He sneaked back despite the warnings and planned to share his story on Art Bell's radio show. On the way, a bus argument led to Mel blacking out, waking up 12 days later in an alley in San Francisco with missing teeth and needle marks on his arm. He lost everything, and his bank account was drained. People doubted his story, but Art Bell invited him back. Mel shared that a TV crew searching for his hole found evidence of military activity, and planes were restricted over his land. A satellite website later showed a black square over his land, which appeared after Mel's first radio call. Then a Native American tribe in Nevada contacted him about another mysterious hole they'd been studying. They invited him to explore it with a group called the Basque. The hole, surrounded by a metal ring, felt warm, and ice dropped into it didn't melt, instead turning into a dry, burnable substance. They tried lowering a sheep into the hole as they decided against exploring it themselves. Mel's Hole, a mysterious and eerie location in Nevada, became an unsettling legend after Mel appeared on the Coast to Coast radio show to share his bizarre experiences. His story, involving strange phenomena and inexplicable occurrences, intrigued listeners and spark a web of theories about the hole's origins and significance. The first notable event involved Mel lowering a sheep into the hole, believing he could uncover its secrets. However, when the rope stopped moving and a humming sound filled the air, it became clear that something was amiss. After half an hour, they pulled the box back up, only to find the sheep lifeless. Upon investigation, they discovered the sheep's insides had been altered, as if cooked, with a massive tumor inside. To their horror, the tumor began moving on its own, revealing a seal-like creature with human eyes. Inside, the creature seemed to have an uncanny connection to the hole, and after some time it returned to the void, jumping back in as if it had a purpose. But the mystery didn't stop there. Mel, who had been gravely ill with throat cancer, found himself inexplicably cured after the encounter. This shocking recovery led him to believe that the seal-like creature had healed him, giving him a new lease on life. This SDR twist marked a pivotal moment in his journey, one that would later become an integral part of the HS eerie lore. Mel's radio appearances continued, and he began sharing more strange stories, particularly about a substance known as never-ending burning ice. One individual brought a chunk of this ice into his cabin, where it started a fire that never stopped burning. The fire had strange effects on the environment, drying out the air and even causing the cabin to collapse into a pit. The ground beneath seemed to shift, as though the ice had created a miniature version of Mel's original hole. Further adding to the enigma, a spiritual element also emerged when Mel's group, known as the Bosque, became involved. They believed that the seal-like creature, which they viewed as a benevolent spirit, was communicating with them through mysterious beeps and clicks on their radios. The creature's warnings focused on the dangers of the burning ice and the havoc it could wreak if mishandled. The group claimed to have recorded these strange communications, and Mel's return to Coast promised to reveal more details, including evidence of these cryptic messages. However, Mel's connection with the story abruptly ended after promising to provide further proof. He went silent. His phone line went dead and he vanished without a trace, despite the efforts of listeners and curious individuals who tried to locate him or uncover further details about the whole. Mel's disappearance left the mystery unresolved. The story of Mel's Hole has become an enduring part of paranormal lore, with many still speculating about its true nature, while some enthusiasts tried to pinpoint the location of the hole using modern technology, including coordinates found online. Their attempts yielded no definitive answers. In one instance, a group explored a farm they believed to be near the hole, but their investigation only deepened the mystery. The hole appeared endless, and they even saw something watching them from a distance. The group filmed their journey but felt an overwhelming urge to leave. Before reviewing the footage before departing, they witnessed a beetle fall into the hole, symbolizing the deep, unfathomable nature of the void. Despite these attempts, no conclusive evidence has emerged to explain Mel's story. The hole's exact location remains a mystery, with some suggesting that the military may have intervened to erase any trace of it. A few internet users believed they had found the site, but their discoveries ultimately turned out to be false alarms. As for Mel, no one has been able to verify his identity or locate him. His story remains full of contradictions and unfulfilled promises of photographic evidence, leaving many to wonder if his tale was a fabrication or something more profound. What we do know is that Mel's Hole has captivated the imaginations of countless people over the years. It's a story that continues to raise questions about the unexplained, leaving a lasting impression on anyone who encounters it. Whether it's a piece of folklore or a deeper mystery, the legend of Mel's Hole persists, a haunting reminder of the unknown lurking just beneath the surface of reality.